Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about something that every single one of us has searched for at one point or another. It's the answer to a question that lingers in the mind of anyone facing challenges. What is the solution to all my problems? You may think the solution lies in something external, a change in circumstances, a better opportunity, or perhaps someone else's actions aligning with your desires. But let me assure you, the solution to every problem you face does not lie outside of you. It is within you. The moment you grasp this truth, the weight of your problems begins to lift, and you step into the power to transform your life. Every problem you encounter in life, regardless of its size or complexity, is not an accident or random misfortune. It is a reflection of something deeper, a mirror held up to your inner world, showing you the state of your thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. This idea might initially seem daunting, as it challenges us to confront the uncomfortable truth that the outer world is shaped by our inner reality. But far from being discouraging, this realization is profoundly liberating. It means that you are not a victim of circumstance. Instead, you are the creator of your experience, and with this understanding, you hold the key to transforming any situation. Life is governed by universal principles, and one of the most profound is the idea that the world around you mirrors your internal state. Every thought you persistently think, every belief you hold, and every feeling you nurture has a corresponding effect in your external reality. For instance, if you constantly believe that people cannot be trusted, your interactions with others will likely confirm this assumption. You might attract relationships or situations where betrayal or disappointment seems inevitable. Similarly, if you see yourself as lacking or unworthy, opportunities for abundance and joy might feel perpetually out of reach. The world simply reflects what you believe to be true about yourself and the life you live. This mirroring is not a punishment or a cosmic reprimand. It is a tool, a guide meant to help you understand yourself more deeply. When problems arise, they are not there to harm you but to show you something about the assumptions you've been carrying. They are indicators, like signs on a road, pointing you toward areas of your life that need attention, healing, or transformation. For example, if you're constantly struggling with financial issues, it may be a sign to examine your beliefs about money. Do you see money as scarce or hard to come by? Do you feel undeserving of wealth? These deeply ingrained assumptions often operate unconsciously, but they shape the circumstances you encounter. Once you recognize that problems are reflections of your inner state, you can begin to shift your perspective. Instead of feeling helpless or blaming external factors, you can take ownership of your experiences. This doesn't mean blaming yourself for the challenges you face. It means realizing that you have the power to change them by changing what's within you. This understanding is empowering because it puts the solution in your hands. You no longer need to wait for someone else to fix the issue or for external circumstances to change. The power to transform your life resides entirely within you. The first step in addressing any problem is to look inward. Ask yourself what belief, assumption, or feeling might be contributing to this situation. This requires honesty and self-reflection. It's not always easy to confront the limiting beliefs we hold about ourselves or the world, but doing so is essential for growth. For instance, if you're facing repeated challenges in relationships, consider what you believe about love and connection. Do you assume that love is difficult to maintain? Do you expect people to leave or hurt you? These assumptions often theory deep in your subconscious, shape the dynamics of your relationships. Once you've identified the beliefs or assumptions contributing to the problem, the next step is to shift them. This is where the true power of your inner world comes into play. You don't need to figure out every detail of how the solution will unfold. Instead, focus on changing the state within you. Begin to assume the feeling of what it would be like if the problem were already solved. If you're dealing with financial difficulties, imagine the relief and joy of having an abundance of money. Feel the peace that comes with financial security. If you're facing relationship issues, imagine the warmth and love of a harmonious connection. Feel the comfort of trust and mutual respect. This process of assuming the feeling of the solution is not just a mental exercise, it is a transformation of your inner state. When you persistently dwell in the feeling of the desired outcome, you align yourself with it. This alignment is what brings the solution into your experience. The outer world must conform to the inner change, because that is the law by which life operates. Just as a mirror cannot show you a smile unless you smile first, the world cannot reflect harmony, abundance, or joy unless you embody those states within yourself. It's important to remember that this process requires consistency and faith. Change doesn't always happen overnight, and there may be moments when doubt or old patterns resurface. But even in these moments, you have the power to choose your inner state. Return to the feeling of the solution as often as necessary. Trust that life is responding to your inner shift, even if you cannot yet see the results. The process is always working, even when it seems invisible. The beauty of understanding that problems are reflections of your inner state is that it turns every challenge into an opportunity. Instead of feeling defeated by difficulties, you can see them as invitations to grow, to shift your perspective, and to create a better reality. Each problem becomes a stepping stone, guiding you toward greater self-awareness and mastery. Ultimately, the world outside you is a canvas, and your inner state is the brush that paints it. When you understand this, you no longer need to fear problems or feel powerless in the face of them. You can approach every challenge with the confidence that the solution lies within you. By shifting your inner state, you change the reflection in the mirror of life. Problems lose their power over you, and you step into the role of creator, the one who shapes reality through thought, belief, and feeling. With this knowledge, the solution to all your problems is always within reach. The key to overcoming any problem lies in a concept that is both simple and transformative: the power of assumption. This principle teaches us that by assuming the feeling of the solution as if it is already realized, we unlock the ability to bring it into our reality. While the challenges we face may feel overwhelming or even insurmountable at times, the truth is that our reality is shaped by our inner world. By aligning our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with the outcome we desire, we initiate a powerful shift that draws a solution into our lives. When faced with a problem, it is natural for our minds to focus on the issue itself. We analyze, worry, and try to figure out how to fix it. But this approach often keeps us stuck in the very state of lack or difficulty that created the problem in the first place. The more we dwell on the problem, the more energy we give to it, and the more it persists in our reality. The power of assumption offers a different path, one that bypasses struggle and focuses entirely on the solution. Assuming the feeling of the solution begins with a simple yet profound question: what would it feel like if this problem were already solved? This question shifts your focus away from the problem and directs it toward the state of the desired outcome. It invites you to step into a new mental and emotional space, one where the solution already exists. Instead of being consumed by worry or frustration, you align yourself with the relief, joy, and peace that come with having the problem resolved. This practice may sound abstract, but it is deeply practical and rooted in the fundamental laws of life. The outer world is a reflection of your inner state. When you persistently feel as though a problem is unsolvable, life will mirror that belief back to you. However, when you assume the feeling of the solution, you create a new inner state, and the outer world must adjust to match it. This is not wishful thinking or blind optimism. It is the deliberate creation of a new reality through the power of your consciousness. It's important to understand that the power of assumption does not require you to figure out how the solution will come to pass. In fact, trying to control the how often creates resistance and limits the infinite possibilities available to you. The how is not your concern, it is the domain of the higher laws that govern the universe. Your role is to focus on the end result and to feel as though it is already yours. When you do this, you align yourself with the solution, and the universe arranges the details to bring it into being. One of the most powerful aspects of assumption is its ability to shift your emotions. Problems often come with feelings of stress, frustration, or fear. These emotions can be heavy and draining, keeping you stuck in a negative cycle. But when you assume the feeling of the solution, you replace those emotions with ones that uplift and empower you. Imagine the sense of relief that washes over you when a long-standing issue is resolved. Picture the joy of receiving good news, or the peace of knowing that everything has worked out in your favor. By choosing to dwell in these feelings, you elevate your state of being and create a fertile ground for positive change. The practice of assumption is not just about thinking positively, it is about embodying the state of the solution so fully that it becomes your reality. This requires consistency and persistence. It's not enough to imagine the solution once and then return to worrying about the problem. You must dwell in the feeling of the solution until it becomes your dominant state of mind. This may take time, especially if the problem has been a source of stress or fear for a long time. But with practice, it becomes easier to shift your focus and maintain the state of the solution. One way to strengthen this practice is through visualization. Take a few moments each day to close your eyes and imagine the problem resolved. See yourself living in the reality where the solution has already unfolded. Notice the details of this new reality and allow yourself to fully experience the emotions that come with it. The more vividly you can imagine and feel the solution, the more real it becomes in your inner world, and the faster it will manifest in your outer world. Another powerful tool is gratitude. When you assume the feeling of the solution, you can also express gratitude for it as though it has already occurred. Gratitude is a magnetic force that amplifies your alignment with the desired outcome. By feeling grateful for the solution, even before it appears in your physical reality, you draw it closer to you. It's natural to feel doubt or impatience at times, especially when the solution doesn't appear immediately. But these moments are opportunities to deepen your faith in the process. Remember that the power of assumption works according to universal laws that are precise and unwavering. The solution will come, often in ways that surprise and amaze you, as long as you remain aligned with the feeling of its fulfillment. Ultimately, the power of assumption teaches us that the solution to any problem is not something we need to chase or force. It is something we create from within. By assuming the feeling of the solution, we shift our focus from lack to abundance, from fear to confidence, and from struggle to ease. This shift is the key to transforming our reality and overcoming any challenge we face. The next time you encounter a problem, remember this truth: the solution is already within you, waiting to be claimed. All you need to do is assume it. Imagination is one of the most powerful tools we possess, yet many underestimate its significance, relegating it to the realm of daydreams or fantasy. In truth, imagination is the creative force that shapes our reality. It is the workshop of the mind, where the blueprint for our lives is crafted and refined. Whether we are conscious of it or not, we are constantly using our imagination to mold the circumstances and events that unfold around us. When we understand how to direct this creative power with intention, we hold the key to solving any problem and creating the life we desire. When faced with a problem, most people focus their energy on the issue itself. They think about it, analyze it, and often worry about it. This mental focus can feel productive, but it usually keeps the problem firmly rooted in their reality. The more they dwell on the issue, the more entrenched it becomes, because the mind amplifies whatever it consistently focuses on. This is where imagination becomes a transformative tool. It allows you to shift your focus from the problem to the solution. To harness the power of imagination, you must begin by envisioning the outcome you desire. Instead of replaying the details of the problem in your mind, imagine the situation resolved. Close your eyes and see yourself living in the reality where the problem no longer exists. If you're struggling with financial difficulties, picture yourself experiencing abundance and financial freedom. If you're facing a health challenge, imagine yourself vibrant, strong, and full of energy. The clearer and more vivid your mental image, the more powerful its impact. Visualization is not just about seeing, it's about feeling. The emotions associated with your imagined reality are what give it substance and momentum. As you visualize a solution to your problem, allow yourself to feel the relief, joy, and peace that come with it. These feelings are the language of your subconscious mind, and they communicate to it that the imagined scenario is real. The subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. It accepts whatever you consistently present to it and works to bring it into your reality. Your imagination acts as a bridge between the unseen and the seen. The solutions to your problems exist in the realm of infinite possibilities, and imagination is the tool that brings those possibilities into focus. When you vividly imagine the solution, you are not merely engaging in wishful thinking. You are selecting a specific outcome from the vast field of potential realities and aligning yourself with it. This alignment sets into motion a chain of events and circumstances that lead to the manifestation of the solution. One of the most remarkable aspects of imagination is its ability to bypass the limitations of logic and reason. Many problems seem insurmountable because we approach them through the lens of what we think is possible based on past experiences or current conditions. Imagination, however, is not bound by these limitations. It allows you to explore outcomes that may seem unlikely or even impossible from a logical perspective. By imagining the solution without concern for how it will come to pass, you open the door to creative and unexpected resolutions. This process requires a willingness to let go of control and trust in the unseen forces that govern life. It's natural to want to figure out every detail of how a solution will unfold, but this need for control often creates resistance. Instead of focusing on the how, focus on the what. What is the outcome you desire? What does it feel like to experience it? When you keep your attention on the end result and allow your imagination to paint a vivid picture of it, the path to its realization will reveal itself in ways you may not anticipate. Imagination is not only a tool for creating solutions, it also transforms your state of being. Problems are often accompanied by feelings of stress, worry, or fear. These emotions can cloud your mind and make it difficult to see a way forward. When you use your imagination to dwell on the solution, you shift your emotional state to one of hope, confidence, and empowerment. This shift not only feels better but also places you in a state of receptivity, where solutions can flow more easily into your experience. The more you practice using your imagination in this way, the more natural it becomes. At first, it may feel challenging to focus on the solution when the problem feels so pressing. But like any skill, the ability to direct your imagination improves with consistent practice. Take a few moments each day to sit quietly, close your eyes, and imagine the solution to your problem. Make this a daily ritual, and you will find that your mind becomes more adept at focusing on the outcomes you desire rather than the obstacles in your path. It's also important to approach this practice with a sense of gratitude. As you imagine the solution, feel gratitude for its presence in your life, even if it hasn't yet appeared in your physical reality. Gratitude is a powerful amplifier that strengthens your alignment with the desired outcome. It communicates to the universe that you trust in the process and that you are ready to receive the solution. Imagination is the birthplace of all creation. Everything that exists in the physical world began as a thought, a vision, or a dream in someone's mind. The same principle applies to your personal reality. By using your imagination with intention, you become the creator of your experience. Problems lose their power over you because you understand that you hold the ability to transcend them. The solution to any problem is already within you, waiting to be brought to life through the power of your imagination. Trust this process and watch as your imagined solutions become your lived reality. The process of overcoming problems and achieving desired outcomes in life requires not only action, but also trust in the unseen forces that guide creation. Often when faced with challenges, our first instinct is to analyze, strategize, and try to control every aspect of the solution. While taking practical steps is important, there is a profound power in releasing resistance and surrendering to the natural flow of life. This act of trust is not passive, it is an active alignment with the universal principles that work tirelessly to bring your desires into being. Resistance occurs when you become overly focused on the problem or on the specifics of how the solution should manifest. This resistance often takes the form of worry, doubt, or frustration. You might find yourself questioning whether a solution is even possible or feeling impatient because the results aren't appearing as quickly as you'd like. These feelings, though natural, create energetic blockages that hinder the flow of the very solutions you are seeking. Life operates according to precise and harmonious laws. Just as rivers flow effortlessly toward the ocean, solutions to your problems are naturally drawn to you when you align yourself with the desired outcome. However, when you resist this flow by holding on to fear, doubt, or the need to control every detail, you disrupt the process. Imagine a person swimming upstream against a powerful current. They expend a great deal of energy, but make little progress. Releasing resistance is akin to turning around and allowing the current to carry you effortlessly toward your destination. Trusting the process means having faith that the universe is always working in your favor, even if you cannot see immediate evidence of progress. It requires recognizing that there are forces at play far greater than your conscious mind can comprehend. These forces operate beyond the realm of logic and reason, orchestrating events, people, and circumstances in ways that are often beyond your imagination. Your role in this process is not to control these forces, but to align with them by maintaining a state of inner peace, confidence, and expectation. To release resistance, start by shifting your focus away from the problem and toward the desired outcome. This doesn't mean ignoring the problem or pretending it doesn't exist. Rather, it means choosing not to dwell on the negative emotions it generates. Instead of replaying the problem in your mind, visualize the solution. Picture yourself experiencing the joy, relief, and satisfaction that come with the resolution of the issue. Allow yourself to feel as though the solution is already a reality. Another powerful way to release resistance is through surrender. Surrender is not about giving up or resigning yourself to failure. It is about letting go of the need to control every aspect of the outcome. It is about trusting that life knows the best and most efficient way to bring your desires to fruition. When you surrender, you free yourself from the burden of trying to force a solution and open yourself to the infinite possibilities that exist. Surrender also involves releasing attachment to specific timelines or methods. One of the biggest sources of resistance is the belief that the solution must arrive in a particular way or within a certain time frame. This attachment often leads to frustration when things don't unfold as expected. By letting go of these expectations, you allow the universe to work in its own perfect timing. Trust that the right solution will come at the right time and in the right way, often in ways that are far better than you could have planned. A key aspect of releasing resistance is cultivating a state of inner calm. When your mind is restless and filled with worry, it becomes difficult to hear the subtle guidance that leads you toward the solution. Practices such as meditation, mindfulness, or simply spending time in nature can help quiet the mind and bring you back to a state of balance. In this state, you become more receptive to intuitive nudges, inspired ideas, and opportunities that align with your desired outcome. Gratitude is another powerful tool for releasing resistance. When you focus on the things you are grateful for, you shift your energy from lack to abundance. Gratitude amplifies the feeling of trust and opens your heart to receive more of the good that life has to offer. Even in the midst of a problem, there is always something to be thankful for, whether it's the lessons the challenge is teaching you, the support of loved ones, or the simple fact that you have the power to imagine and create a better reality. Faith is the cornerstone of all transformation, the invisible force that bridges the gap between where you are and where you desire to be. In the face of challenges and uncertainty, faith becomes your guiding light, illuminating a path forward even when the way ahead is unclear. It is not merely belief in a higher power or an external force, but a deep, unwavering confidence in the creative power within yourself. This inner faith allows you to move through life with a sense of calm and assurance, knowing that every problem carries its own solution and that every desire is within reach if you remain steadfast in your conviction. When a problem arises, the natural response is often doubt or fear. These emotions stem from focusing on the external circumstances and perceiving them as immovable obstacles. Yet life's challenges are never as rigid or unyielding as they appear. They are shaped by your thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. Faith serves as the antidote to doubt, allowing you to see beyond the surface of your current circumstances and to trust in the unseen forces working to bring about your desired outcome. To cultivate faith, begin by recognizing that the power to create lies within you. Everything you experience in life originates from your inner world, the thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and the feelings you nurture. This creative process is not something that works sporadically or for a select few. It is a universal principle that operates consistently for everyone. When you place your faith in this truth, you unlock the ability to shape your reality, no matter how daunting the problem may seem. Faith requires you to look beyond what your senses tell you and to trust in the reality you are creating within your imagination. Your current circumstances may show lack, limitation, or struggle, but faith invites you to focus instead on the reality you desire to experience. This shift in focus is not about denying your current challenges, but about refusing to let them define what is possible for you. When you hold firm to the vision of your desired outcome, you align yourself with the solution, allowing it to unfold in your life. A critical component of faith is persistence. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when the solution feels distant, and when external circumstances seem to contradict your inner vision. These moments test your resolve, challenging you to remain faithful to your desired outcome, even when there is no tangible evidence to support it. True faith does not waver in the face of opposition. It remains steadfast, trusting that the unseen forces of life are always working in your favor. Faith is also an active force. It is not merely a passive hope that things will improve. It is a confident expectation that they already are. This expectation is rooted in the feeling of having already received what you desire. When you embody this feeling, you send a powerful message to the universe and to your subconscious mind that the solution is already yours. This alignment between your inner state and your desired outcome is what brings the solution into your reality. One of the most empowering aspects of faith is its ability to dissolve fear. Fear arises when you focus on what might go wrong, when you dwell on the obstacles or uncertainties ahead. Faith, on the other hand, shifts your focus to what is possible, to the infinite potential that exists in every moment. It reminds you that no problem is permanent, that every challenge is an opportunity for growth, and that you are always supported by the creative forces of life. Faith also requires patience. While the inner work of faith happens in an instant, the outer manifestation may take time to unfold. This is not because the process is slow, but because the universe orchestrates events with perfect timing. Every delay, every seeming setback, is part of a larger plan that often leads to outcomes far greater than you initially imagined. Trust in this timing is a vital aspect of faith. It allows you to remain calm and assured, even when the results are not immediately visible. To strengthen your faith, practice gratitude for what you already have and for the solutions that are on their way. Gratitude reinforces your belief in the abundance of life and shifts your focus from lack to fulfillment. It aligns your energy with the outcome you desire, making it easier for that outcome to manifest. Even in the midst of a problem, there is always something to be grateful for: the lessons it is teaching you, the growth it is facilitating, or the simple fact that you have the power to imagine a better reality. Faith is not something you must create from scratch. It is an innate quality that exists within you. It may have been buried under layers of doubt, fear, or past disappointments, but it is always there, ready to be awakened. To access it, simply choose to trust in yourself, in the power within you, and in the infinite possibilities that life offers. This choice is the first step toward any transformation and the foundation upon which all solutions are built. Faith is the key to unlocking the life you desire. It allows you to move beyond the limitations of your current circumstances and to step into a reality shaped by your highest vision. With faith, you become unshakable, able to face any challenge with confidence and grace. You come to understand that every problem is temporary, every challenge is surmountable, and every desire is attainable. Faith is the bridge that connects your inner world to your outer reality, and with it, there is no limit to what you can achieve.